Welcome, everybody. Zoomers, is the audio good? Audio should be good. There should be no problems today with the audio. I've worked very hard with Zoom. Audio's good. Awesome. Man, I had a buy over here on the 15-minute. Wow, I thought we were going to continue pushing up. I was in about 50. I thought we were going to continue to push up, but we didn't. It is what it is. So now we are rejecting. We are coming on down. And yeah, that's it. I need my green tea as well. So I'm gonna wait for green tea. Impulse sells? No. There's no impulse sells. There's no impulse sells. Let's look on 30 minutes. Wow, look at that, 30 minutes. This rejection. We have a resistance. We have a resistance up at 33.04. We have a support down over here as well at 32.90. Yeah, we're just consolidating over here. You know, like in the 131 pip consolidation. Consolidation candles, printing next features. Yeah, like right now there's nothing. I was in a buy over here to see if we can continue pushing up, but I got stopped out at break even. Look at history. See, I got stopped out at break even. Still made about $1,300, $1,375, or $1,200 minus commission. But yeah, we're just consolidating here. So it's going to be important to see how we can break. Got to deal with retards today. Anyway. Yeah, so I think the best thing would be to maybe take a little bit of a break, get some green tea, and see if we can break above for price to push up or break below for price to push down. And that's, I think, going to be something better to do. Okay, let's see. Why the buy? Just because it created support on previous? Yes, just because we created support and there was a 80 pip range. That was the buy. It was a very simple setup. I thought we are going to continue to push up, but we didn't. So it is what it is. Okay, let's do this over here. Okay, I'm going to get some green tea, and then let's see what happens after that. Take a look at pound yen. Pound yen is also consolidating. Nothing really happening on pound yen. Nothing happening on pound yen. Absolutely nothing. So let's see over here. I'll be right back. Okay. Did you take a buy? Yes, I did take a buy. On that buy, did you wait for the candle to create a lower wick and then entered? Yeah, I waited for it to move down, but then I entered right over here. I entered right over here. This happened in the next... It happened in the first 1 or 2 minutes. Could you please explain? Explain what, guys? This was like a simple buy like this. Like, let's say you have a candle that moves up, right? You have a candle that moves up, you have a candle that moves up, and we create a high, and then after that you have a candle that moves bearish, like this, moves bearish, boom, boom, boom. And then you have a candle that creates a support. Once the support is created, what's the probability we can retest the high? There's a high probability. So then the next candle moves up. And that was the entire case over here. We made a high, candle created support, entry over here, price move up. I put my stops at break even, got stopped out. It is what it is. So it was a very, very simple setup, market structure, simple setup. Did you secure? Nope, didn't secure. I wanted to let them run. But, you know, nothing happened. I took the same but lost 1%. Oh, wow. How'd you lose 1%? I just put my stops at break even. Wow, very hot. Okay, yesterday you took an impulse entry. Can you please tell us the logic behind that trade? Because there was no wick. Yeah. So it was right over here. See this? This candle broke above the high, and then we continued to push up. I put my stops at break even, and then price continued to push up. And the same thing I did here today. I took an entry, I put my stops at break even, price pushed up, came down and stopped me out. Sometimes you're gonna have price running, and sometimes you will have price just retrace back. Hey, very good morning. I took the same entry, secured 50% of break even at 20 pips. Beautiful. Very, very well done. Very, very well done. We're just kind of like, you know, waiting over here. What's your usual risk reward? 1-to-1. My usual risk reward is 1-to-1. Why don't you use orders and always enter the trade on market button? Sometimes I enter at the market, and sometimes I use pending orders, you know. Very rarely I use pending orders, to be honest. It's not like I'll use pending orders every day. Very, very rare. It's going to be very rare I'm going to use pending orders. What do you think about the fundamental analysis versus technical analysis debate? I think technical analysis is what makes price move. Fundamental analysis is where you have a sort of like, you know, like a higher time frame understanding of where price could go. Okay. Friday. Every month we process about $500,000 in withdrawals every year. It's a fun time. Fun times, fun times. Okay, yeah, right now nothing. So we're just gonna wait. Let's take a look on the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour. Wow, look at that, 1 hour. Look at that, 1 hour. Just trying to push down. Let's take a look on the 4 hour time frame. 4 hour is also bearish. We have a support down over here at 32.65 on the 4 hour. So we will see. We will see how we move through this consolidation. Oh, wow. Look at that. Volume. 2 minutes left here for the candle to close. 2 minutes left. After the court said the decision to remove tariffs is no longer valid, decision was cancelled, so tariffs are back in effect. There was a clear rejection. Let's take a look at this chart here by Mindika. Mindika, ooh, closed 80%. Beautiful. Yeah, I didn't expect this move down myself. We have the candle closing now in about 2 minutes. So we will see how the candle will close. What did you buy last night for $3? A burger. I'm facing very serious issues, so I trade NY session and have been able to see results. Okay, I trade the Indian markets. Okay. Pre-London, London fall within a time window session. I missed moves in gold, London session, psychology. No. See, the thing is that you have to focus on just one session. That's it. Just focus on one session, and that's about it. Just one session. Can you please see if it was the right trade? Let's see over here. Wow, look at that. 15-minute manage entered. Entry after 15-minute close above resistance. Okay, but we already moved a lot. Let's take a look at this on the 30-minute time frame. Ooh, you entered over here. Looking at the 30-minute also closed bullish. I think you needed the next candle to break above the high for price to continue to push up. You needed the candle to break above that high for price to actually continue to push up. That's what you needed to do, I would say. How's your Turkish lira? I closed it. The swaps were too much. So the 15-minute candle has formed. And look what the 15-minute candle did. This 15-minute candle, we basically we closed above support, and this candle is right over here now, within this range. So I would say maybe if we can break below this low on the 15-minute, we can continue to push down. Maybe, a big maybe. You know, also this is Friday, so we'll have to be very careful. No, you can only focus on one session, either London session, New York session, or Asian session. Let's take a look on the daily. What's daily do? Oh, daily is also continuing to push down. So yeah, I guess we'll have to wait over here. We'll have to wait and see. How many trades do you take a day? Maybe 2 or 3 trades a day. That's it. 2 or 3 trades a day. Ooh, down 8% on my phase 1 challenge. Wow. Do you think this sweep of Asian low is really distribution or just liquidity grab before NY reversal? I don't know nothing about Asian low real distribution or liquidity grab before NY. I don't know nothing about that. I just look at price action. If I'm looking at this 15-minute candle, and if this 15-minute candle breaks its own low, I think there's a very good probability that we can continue to push bearish till about 32.77. I mean, this could be the range. Like, look, if we break below the low, we have like almost 111 pips, 100 pip range for price to push down. That's all what I'm looking at so far. So let's see. How often do you wait for London Open for entry, or do you enter before it? If I see that there is a setup forming, or there's some sort of a pattern forming, then I'm going to be looking to enter in that trade. Again, especially these days, we're getting a lot of moves in Asian Open, pre-London, like, you know, like this setup right over here where we created support and the candle, like, you know, had a high probability to move up. So that was a very, very good setup. Is this trade counter trend, impulse entry in trend? This trade took a counter trend setup with good 30-minute close. That's not a good 30-minute close. That's a weak What? No, a counter trend setup is when we create support and we break support. That's a counter trend setup. This is not a counter trend setup. Got 36 pips with runner at 50 pips, risky trade, but moved. Oh, okay. Okay. So you got this move right over here. This is still good, but I would say if we create support and if we break support, that's a much better counter trend setup. Much better counter trend setup. How often do you sit in a particular session for your entry? I'm sitting here right now. Yeah. Did you hold the trade you took today because there was an impulse entry on the 1 hour? Could you enlighten us why did you hold the trade? Why did you hold the trade till break even? Yeah, I held the trade at break even because I thought volume can continue pushing price till 33.04 and we can continue to push up. Kind of like the same thing I did yesterday, but yesterday it continued to push. Today it retraced and stopped me out. Hello. Ooh, good. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. So let me go over the details. That's amazing, but I'm busy now. Let me go over the details and then I have your number. So if I need something, I will. No, I'm not available to. Okay. Okay. Is there a simulation session coming this Sunday? Yes, there will be a simulation session coming this Sunday. Cheers for the deposit credit when I opened ECN account. Oh, yes. The bonus deposit for ECN accounts. You're welcome. Is this current 15-minute candle close bullish? Can we go for buys in next 15 minutes? I don't think so. I don't know because the 30-minute candle is still open. This is very risky. You know, this range here between 33.04 and 32.90 is becoming a very risky range on the 30-minute time frame. Even if you look at the 1 hour, it's just dirty. Very, very dirty. Very dirty. If you look at anything above 33.05, you can see there's a clean range, 120 pip range all the way till, 33.16, 33.17. Very clean range till that area. At the same time, if we break below 33.90, there's a very clean range for price to push down. So now this is the range I'm going to be staying away from. Let's say if current 1 hour breaks previous 1 hour high, will that impulse be valid? Breaks above it? No, we'll have to break above 33.05. We'll have to break above 33.05. Let's see. Potential buys above 33.05 and potential sells below 32.90. That would be the case over here. Okay, no setup on GJ, no. No, like, okay, so So there are so many wicks here, right? There are a lot of wicks right over here. So it gets very, very difficult. Mm. Zoom stopped unexpectedly. Okay. Yeah, just gonna be waiting over here. After my winning trade, what's this? After my winnings trade, my next trade is always a loss. Any advice? I'm not over trading and over risking. If you have a winning trade, the best thing to do is to call it a day, create a markup of how you got that winning trade, and then explain to yourself how you can replicate the same scenario the next day. If I trade London Open only, when should I close my chart if I don't find any trade? If I trade London Open only and I close my chart if I don't find any trade, yeah, that's fine. If you don't find a trade, then that's perfectly fine. No problem at all. Sometimes it's going to be volume, sometimes you're going to find trades, and sometimes there's going to be no trades found. According to my daily schedule, I have time London Open and then New York Open. What's your advice in this case? I have time London Open and then New York Opens. So according to your daily schedule, you have London Open. Then you can just focus on London Open. If you have time on London Open, right? Then you can just focus on London Open. What's this? What are the key factors to consider in journaling? Key factors to consider in journaling is what was the setup? What were you anticipating to happen with price? Where did you enter? Was it a win or a loss? If it was a win, how can you replicate the same scenario the next day? If it was a loss, did you manage your risk? Did you manage to lose less than what you anticipated to? Can you go over the losses you took this week? Yes, I will do a trade breakdown, but that's going to be posted in Market Fluidity University database. Why no full kit? Friday casual. Yes, Friday's a casual day. So I can show my guns to everyone. Fridays are casual days. I'm interested in one thing. Why always you not around, but you get to catch big move, include Asia session when there are no move, you never trade? Why are you always not around? Are you my wife or are you my husband? Then I gotta be around you. Like, what's going on over here? I don't have to do anything that you want me to do. Why are you not around when you win a trade? What? You know, like sometimes I post my setups in Telegram and then I take the same trades, but it's not my fault you're not there. You know, like it. Come on. What's your body fat percentage? I think it's 10%, 9%, 10%. Sir, when we see a buy or sell setup on the 30-minute and there's some sort of issue on the 15-minute, should we focus on 30-minute, 15? Focus on the 30-minute because 30-minute has 30-minute is a much more stronger confirmation than the 15-minute. 30-minute has a much more stronger. Stronger. Let's see here. What was the name of that AI you used to predict dollars move? You were talking about it in your IG story 2 days ago. This is called MarketEdge.ai. Wow, let's take a look at this over here today. So today, market is in active buying mode. Okay, this is based on what's happening: Nvidia earnings, tariff ruling, 25%, sector rotation, whatever. ETF markets, energy. Interesting. Take a look at currencies here. Currency market summary. Let's take a look at gold. Gold should be right here. It's going to generate for, and 1 hour is slightly bearish, daily is bullish, weekly is heavy bullish. I mean, nothing happening. Stable, no red, no greens, nothing. For impulse entry, I saw the move 1 hour, which you recommend. Okay, let's take a look at this over here. Okay, the 15-minute candle has closed. The 30-minute candle is still open. This is tough. This is very, very, very tough. Very tough. Bro, when I make my first million in trading, I gift you Rolex as a guru. Wow, thank you. Thank you. I'll wait for that. For impulse entry, I saw that we execute in 30 minutes and 1 hour, which you recommend. 30 minutes is better. 1 hour takes some long time, but sometimes when you're waiting for the 1 hour candle to close, you will notice that 30-minute candle will continue running. So it's better for the 1 hour candle. Do you had a date yesterday? Yes. Are you still holding the meme coins? Nope. But Jints, I'm still holding. Jints, I'm still holding. It's another thing, haven't promoted it as I should have, but yeah, Jints, I'm still holding. When you're coming to Islamabad, I want to meet you soon. Raja, look at this. Today, when you took that trade, at one point, you move your stop loss at break even like 15 pips or something. No, when price moved up to like, like 20, 25 pips, I put my stops at break even. Like, look, that was my entry right over here on the 1 minute. I put my stops at break even. And then I anticipated price to continue pushing, but I got stopped out. So it is what it is. It is what it is. I've been teaching some of the tips I learned to my own student. The progress is making solid. Then I see people online calling Raja a scammer. No words. All right, let's take a look at this over here. So this is your student. Wow, look at this. Man, this guy's making money. 26 lots, 16 lots, 25, 8, 54. The hell he's doing 54 lots? Improving psychologist. Man, that's amazing. That's amazing. Beautiful. Beautifully done. All right. I think 7 trades add up to 54 lots. Oh, yeah, probably. Probably that's the case. Here we are. Sir, why in volume time gold hunt stop loss only consolidates and in non-volume time that give clear 200, 300 pips? I have no idea. Gold does things the way it wants. You need to add intermediate markets monthly free tournament. Yeah, we are looking into that. We are looking into that. How do you use different time frames? Use different time frames to construct, like let's say you're using smaller time frames, so you're basically using smaller time frames to construct the overall higher time frames. Okay, let's see here. Wow, missed the meeting with TradingView. 12 p.m. works. Yes. When you starting funding accounts for US clients, not any time. I think with MatchTrader, that will happen. Take a one lot buy. No. Why would I want to take a one lot buy? Take a one lot buy. Okay, let's do it then. Let's take a one lot buy. Because Prem Patel said take a one lot buy, so we're gonna take a one lot buy. But how much am I risking for this one lot buy? $200? $300? Okay, so if this candle breaks above its own high, then the stop loss will go below this candle, below this wick, right over here. So just because of Prem Patel, now we are in this one lot buy. Thank you, sir. I think it's going to shoot up. I don't know, man. Right now it's shooting down. This is the last day of the month anyway. You know, this is the last day of the month anyway. So whatever. Whatever. Wow, Prem Patel, how much am I? Wow, look at this. Prem Patel making me lose. How much am I going to lose? $183 over here. But how much can I win because of Prem Patel? Let's take a look at this here. So if this goes all the way here, I will make $2,000. Wow. I will make insane amount of money. $2,000. Crazy. That's crazy amounts of money. All right. How important is it to have a bias and stick to it in the session, or is it better to be more flexible? It's better to be more flexible, but it's also very important to have a bias, because if you have a bias, then you know that you're looking for, like, let's say if you have a buying bias. If you have a buying bias, you're looking to see if there are some supports forming. If you have supports forming, then it's okay to take that buying bias. But at the same time, if the buying bias is nullified and price continues to push down, then then you have to take a step back and ask yourself that, okay, you know what, my bias was buys, and there are no, technically there are no confirmations happening now for the buys, so maybe we're going to move down. And if we do move down, now I have to look to see if there are any technical indicators that we may push down. In the beginning, I wouldn't recommend to change your bias. In the beginning, I would recommend for you to have just one bias and play with that. Yeah. Buy is not bad, Raja. It is well confirmed. How is the buy well confirmed? This candle is pushing down and took buys based on hope that we can continue to push up. You understand? Based on hope that we can continue to push up. How did the 30-minute candle close? Bearish. How did the 1-hour candle forming? Bearish. How did the 4-hour candle is? Bearish. So if 4-hour, 1-hour, 30-minute is bearish, hoping that the 15-minute goes bullish is a losing strategy. Now look. Now I'm down to $1,000 for today. Yeah, but still, if we would have won the trade, then I would have said, Prem Patel, thank you so much for making me money. But, it is what it is. We're just playing over it. It's Friday, last day of the month. Who cares? Who cares if you lose $200, $100, $20? Who cares? No, Prem Patel is a very loyal member of our community. Feels like a very small one, Lord Sir. Okay, we will fill the wick on the 30-minute. Okay, 30-minute candle. Ooh, wow. Well, if we do fill the wick on the 30-minute, then we want the candle to break and close below 32.90. And then we can continue to push down. 32.90, and then we can continue to push down. Uh, no trade for me as it's Friday plus end of the day. Awesome. Is Dominion funding also Dominion markets are working in Morocco? Yes. How was life in Canada as compared to UAE? I like the life better in UAE, way better. Hi, Raja. Does Dominion Markets accept clients from Australia? Yes. Um, okay. Will you see in Forex Expo 2025 October? Yes. Okay, let's see. Session trend. How many last 30-minute candles do you look at to define session trend? None really. Like, I mean, let's say if we break above 33.05, then I could say that there's clean range here to the left-hand side. So then the session trend becomes bearish. But if we break and close below 32.90, then we could say that now the session trend is bearish. So currently over here, I would say that session trend is just consolidating over here. Okay, is it a good idea to ignore 15-minute mostly and use them to manage risk after taking trade on 30-minute? You can use the 15-minute to manage risk. The 30-minute mostly you can use to execute trades. That's correct. I've been learning from you since 2016. Wow! Oh, since you were 16 years old, you're 21 now. I'm starting to develop a trading plan. Any advice for my next 5 years? I think what you need to do is develop a plan for the next 5 months and not 5 years, because a lot can change in 5 years. You know, in 5 months, it's still good, but 5 years, trust me, a lot can change in 5 years. You're 21 now. In 5 years, you're going to be 26. Your whole life can change in 5 years. Do you respect daily or 4-hour support resistance? No. If I see prices coming up to a 4-hour resistance or 4-hour support, I will look to see how does that look at, like, on the 15-minute or the 30-minute. Are we creating a support to break the 4-hour resistance or the daily resistance? Those sort of kind of things. Your thoughts on Pakistan entering crypto market? No thoughts. It's about time, like वकार सका पिछले कोई 10 साल से चीख चीख के थक गया था कि यार क्रिप्टो लाओ, तब उसकी किसी ने बात नहीं सुनी, और अब जो है सब घुस गए क्रिप्टो के अंदर। पाकिस्तान में अजीब मुल्क है यार, अजीब हमारे लीडर्स समझ नहीं आती। When I was 16, I was blowing $50 accounts watching you and Uncle Ted. Another question: what should I be focusing on in trading and life? Thank you, Jasur. I think in trading, you should be focusing on discipline. In life as well, I think you should be focusing on discipline. My life is I have a very strict routine. I eat almost the same things every day. I work out every day with discipline, no breaks. Like like you should have your non-negotiables in life, right? And those your non-negotiables will affect the way you perform in your professional life. And what I mean by that is the money you make, the amount of effort you put into things with, like, some passion or whatever. So you need to have some non-negotiables. For me, my non-negotiables is the food I eat, the things I say, and working out. My non-negotiables. What do you eat every day? I eat eagles every day. I eat eagles for breakfast. I eat donkeys for what, bro? Like, I eat simple stuff. After the stream, I'm gonna have like 5 boiled eggs. I'm gonna have, and then around 4 or 5 p.m., I'm probably gonna have some chicken. 7, 8, 9, I'm gonna have some fish, beef, whatever. In the middle, I have some nuts, fruits, something like that. I don't eat junk food at all. Nothing. I mean, I do maybe once a week. We once spoke about psychedelics. That conversation changed my entire direction. Your knowledge you shared is immeasurable. I hope you know many lives. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. Love from Australia, man. Love from Dubai. Have you been to UFC fights in Fight Island? No, not yet. I would want to go though. But right now, man, it's a very, very boring Friday. Nothing happening over here. Absolutely nothing happening. Wish you prefer to live Dubai or Pakistan. That's irrelevant to your success. Guys, stop asking questions which are irrelevant to your success. It's not going to help you. Your MT5 simulator has been very helpful. Thank you. Yesterday in Impulse Entry, we broke down the previous candle in the first minute. Doesn't that risky? Yeah, it was risky. That's why I took the trade. And then as soon as it moved in profits, I put stops at break even. You've been watching that Kala on Instagram. That Kala has a lot of good advices. Kala has a lot of good advices. Trading gets boring when you follow rules. Yes, absolutely. Trading gets boring when you follow rules. When you don't follow rules, trading gets exciting and filled with anxiety. That's what trading gets. Exciting and filled with anxiety. So that's something we need to stay away from. Wow, we have a lot of stuff to do today. Okay. Do you speak to Uncle Ted? Haven't heard any from him since Forex. It's been more than half a decade. Yeah, here and there. If there's an impulse entry set up on 1 hour and the high gets broken in the first 15 minutes, is it a good idea? I would say so, yes. But I don't think there's an impulse entry scenario on the 1 hour. 30-minute is whatever. Pound yen is I don't like the price action here on pound yen at all. What are you most proud of this month, and what did you not achieve? Wish you best. Sorry for questions. Trying to make this Friday interesting. What am I most proud of this month? You know, these days the successes we have from our professional life, those things don't make me proud. It's mostly with respect to my family. You know, like there are a lot of things I'm proud of with my family, a lot of personal stuff. So like, and those are little wins I look at life now. Uh, Businesses, they keep on running money, you keep on making money, you keep on losing money. It's like an endless cycle. You know, there's going to be phases in life where you're going to lose everything. There's going to be phases in life where you're going to make it all back. You're going to crash businesses. You're going to build more businesses. You know, but the main thing is like, you know, family is the number one thing. So like, you know, when you have small wins within family, like let's say your kids, they achieve something great or they pass a certain like, you know, physical test or whatever, that's like a proud moment. When your spouse does something which you thought they couldn't do in the beginning, like, you know, that's a proud moment. So those are like, you know, like small things that make life much more interesting. But man, like we got 8 minutes left. There's literally absolutely nothing happening. I open Dominion Market and deposit 1500. They give me 525% bonus. What the fuck is 525% bonus? There's no such thing as a 525% bonus. 3 non-negotiables: family, food, and exercise. Why Forex traders and influencers on TikTok have to show bundles of cash, blah, blah, blah? Well, because it grabs your attention. Which time window you follow? The Dubai time where I live. What are these questions, man? Can you give us an offer for the simulator? Yes. You get 14 days free if you open up an account at MT5. Hey bro, in 15-minute time frame, impulse buy forming if it breaks. No, I don't like it. I don't like it. Like in this range, it's like you're borderline forcing a trade. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Dominion bonus available for C trader? No. No, sir. What's this guy want from me? Could you please message? What's the next indicator? Next best indicator to use? Your mouth. You know, in our language, they say that if you want a peaceful, healthy life, note peaceful and healthy life. Peaceful and healthy life you can get only if you watch what goes in your mouth and watch what comes out of your mouth. It's like the food you eat and the words you speak. If you can control these two things in your life, you're going to have a very healthy, peaceful life. I can guarantee you this. You know, so if you're the kind of person who loves to run your mouth, then it's not going to be peaceful for you. I need help from you, sir. How can I ask you through mail or in Discord? Discord. Bonus we receive in MT5? Yes. It's not transferable, no. Not transferable. Jumma ho gaya, support resistance break nahi hui. Yeah. We are at Friday and nothing has happened so far. Okay, bro. Guys, I have to leave. I have a meeting in like 4 minutes. And we will see you guys on Sunday for the simulation. And then Monday, we're going to come back to the live stream. Stay safe on Friday. I'm going to be looking for buys above 33.05 or sells below 32.90. Till then, take care and be safe. Bye. Oh, I think it's for him.